Welcome to the Three Parallels podcast with your host, the Dr. Branch, where we rediscover who we were, embrace who we are, and make room for who we're trying to become. The content of this podcast is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. The information shared, including any materials linked to this podcast, is not a substitute for professional advice, therapy, diagnosis, treatment from a physician, therapist, coach, or other qualified professional. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed are my own and do not reflect any of those organizations or affiliations that I may be connected with. This podcast is designed for edutainment purposes, which is the blend of education and entertainment. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Gator Talk. Gator Talk is the post-show Q&A session for the podcast. Every Friday, let's get ready to take the Three Parallels podcast beyond the episode. Join me, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 p.m. Eastern for Gator Talk, our exclusive post-show Q&A session. Kick back, relax, step into the living room, a space for open, laid-back conversations with your hosts, me, Dr. Jason Branch, and fellow listeners. Let's break it all down together, what resonated, what hit home, and what's shifting in your journey from who you were to who you are and who you are becoming. It's real, it's raw, it's Gator Talk. Don't just listen, join the conversation. See you Friday. The Gator Scales Journal. It's game time. The Three Parallels podcast just leveled up with a powerful new resource for your journey and transformation. Introducing the Gator Scales Journal, your personal guide to shifting you from who you were to embracing who you are and to recognize who you are becoming. This isn't just a journal, it's a game changer for your growth, mindset, and evolution. Click the link to order your copy today or check it out on Amazon. Take ownership of your progress and don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Let's get to work, baby Gators. Are you stuck in the trunk of your own car, watching life pass you by? It's time to slide into the driver's seat with a licensed therapist as your co-pilot. Whether it's your first time in therapy, you need a push for growth, or you finally ready to invest in your mental wellness, I got you. With over 20 years of experience, I help people move from who they were to embrace who they are and make room for who they're trying to become. Therapy with me is real, raw, intentional, authentic, and of course, hilarious. Let's break some cycles together, shift your mindset, and unlock your best self. I'm on the passenger side messing with the radio, holding the map up, and we're going wherever you would like to go. Give us a call today at 404-436-2540 or shoot me a text to book your free consultation. Check us out on the web at www.drjbranch.com. Look forward to connecting with you. Have a great day. Welcome back to the Three Parallels podcast with your host, the Dr. Jason Branch, where we rediscover who we were, we embrace who we are, and we make room for who we're trying to become. On today's episode, coming to you live from Battlecast Studios, meaning the front seat of my car. Battlecast Studios is wherever the hell I say it is. Just like you are wherever you say you are, mentally, physically, emotionally, and everything else in between. Many of us are stuck in the trunk of our own cars. That may mean you, boo-boo. And that's okay. Because we can always get out. And getting out starts from checking yourself. Yes, indeed. Checking yourself. And that's really hard to do when we're spending so much time, energy, and effort checking everybody else. Check. And what I want to challenge you to do is begin checking self. How do you check yourself? By determining who you are. That's today's episode. Determining who you are, but I don't call it determining who you are. What I call it is the balloon and the string. Yes, indeed. Balloon and string. I can't see people any other way. You got balloon people, you got string people. I don't know anybody else in between. If you do, you let me know. Let me break it down. Balloon people. Me. I'm biased. Balloon people are those who are just out here floating. They're living their best life. They may be floating like a hot air balloon. They could be floating like a helium balloon. They just floating. They be out of space. They be on the moon. They just floating. They're out here figuring it out as they go. That's what balloons do. They're risk takers. They run businesses. They're entrepreneurs. They're creatives. They just out here floating. And they love it. I'm sorry. We love it. Then on the other hand, you have string people. String people, opposite of balloon. Balloon person, one hand to the sky, always. String people, 1 foot to the ground, always. Don't change stuff around me. 9 to 5 works for me. Entrepreneurial, too much risk. I'm good on that. Very detailed, specific. You gotta excuse me, my alarm going off in the studio. Oh man. I love how the show is evolving, and it's going to continue to do that. So, string people. One foot on the ground. Everything has to be structured. Let's make sure A plus B equals C. Balloon people, whatever. We'll get to C. So that's our different types of personalities. I believe that with everything in my being, and you will see the same thing, because many of us are attracted to the opposite. If you're a balloon person, you're usually attracted to a string person. If you're a string person, you're attracted to a balloon person. Opposites attract in some spaces, places. And the reality is all of us are these type of personalities. One just leads more often than the other. Same within your relationships. You got a balloon person, you got a string person. Usually they mesh really well. Balloon people mesh really well. We love balloons. We need a string. And a lot of strings need balloons. So the beauty in this analogy is our responsibility, especially when we're connected to somebody who's the opposite, is to tie the string and balloon together. You tie them two together, there's nothing that you cannot do. Hear me loud and clear. There is nothing that you can't do when you tie the balloon and string together. That's internal and external. Stringing the balloon, when it comes to internal, is your head and your heart. Ooh, wee! Yeah, let's go, baby. We are here. Huh? Your head and your heart is the balloon and string. The balloon, your head. Where are you thinking? Everywhere. You created a movie. You got the beginning, middle, end. You got the end credits. You got the trailer. I mean, you got Spike Lee. You got Spike Lee running the show. You got Denzel starring in it. He leave Othello and come to your movie in your head that he's starring in. Idris Elba. The whole kind of everybody that you love is in this movie, including you directing it. And you losing throughout the movie. I just want to talk about it. Losing because of the things that you are saying, which is why how you met me. Hey, because it's time to get out of that. It doesn't work for you anymore. But that's ballooning. When I'm having these thoughts and these ideas and they just go, it's ballooning. But if it's no connection to it as far as structure, it's a waste of time. It's fun, but it doesn't get you where you're trying to go. You need a string, meaning let me tie my heart to these thoughts and see what sticks, because a lot of things do not stick because those two are apart. Your head and your heart are distant strangers. They don't know each other. Why? Because we weren't taught to get to know them collectively. We were taught to know them individually. You spend more time in your head, which is the attic, which is the balloon, not in your heart, which is the basement, the string. But you need both. I'm sorry. And you need both. And the more connected they are, the more balanced, authentic, and transparent, vulnerable you are. It's the best version of you possible because it aligns. Many of us are disaligned, disconnected, balloon string. And that disconnection is due to I don't know how to connect the two. Same thing within a relationship. Instead of seeing my partner for who they are and encouraging them to be just that and providing them whatever they need to be that, I try to pull them back, pull them in, reel them in, to be as cautious and risk averse as me. And that doesn't work. Or the opposite. I need them to be more open and out here and taking risk and doing the thing. And either way it go, that's why you're there. You're great at that. Do they have to be? Nope, but they're great at something that you're not good at. Come on. Bring them in, reel them in, connect the dots, tie the balloon to the string, put the head together with the heart and see what comes up for you. And whatever comes up for you, do something with that thing. Think about it. How much time, how often are you spending time with yourself to hear what the heart, meaning the string, has to say?
How often are you taking time to yourself to hear the air that's going into that balloon of life to help you become the best version of you possible? How often do you put those two together and do the math? You're the common denominator. Ain't nobody else. And ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to rescue you. Nobody. How do I know? Look who been there. You. Who else? You, and you. You. All different versions of you from birth to where you are right now. That's who been there the whole time. And they ain't going nowhere. They're either going to get better or worse. Yes, I'm talking about you. Let me translate. I'm talking about first name, yo, last name, ass. Yo ass. That's who I'm talking to, and that's what I'm talking about. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about relationships. As many of us can connect the dots to a relationship in more ways than one. What I want to share with you now is not just to connect the dots you like, connect the dots that you don't like, meaning the sides of you that can be better by tying the string to the balloon, or vice versa. Putting those two together. And the more they are together, the better you are within your relationship and within yourself. Think about it. Can you name any point in time in life where two is not better than one? Two heads, two incomes, four arms, four legs. Name one time. Somebody can cook, somebody can clean. You know, somebody who's good in areas that help me become better. Like, come on now. Especially if it's compatible. If it's good, it's compatible. Y'all growing, y'all learning from being different. Y'all not the same. We don't supposed to be the same. Nobody's the same. So you are attracted to this person for a reason. There is strengths within this person that you're not utilizing, and vice versa. How do I know? Been there, done that. Learning it in real time. Tie those two together, you cannot lose in life. But in order to tie them together, you have to discover who you are. Am I a string person? Am I a balloon person? You're fine either way, but know who you are. Again, balloon person, out here, whatever, we'll figure it out. String person, we know exactly what it is and where we're going. You need both. Where we going, wherever, how we gonna get there? I got you. You need both. Get both. Have both. And do something with them that you've never done. Put them together and allow them to fly. Because when a balloon is stringed together, that balloon will fly as far as it can fly and always will be tethered or grounded to something. Person, place, thing, whatever. That groundedness keeps you on track on wherever you're supposed to be going or wherever you're headed. But if I don't have that string, I'm all the way out here doing whatever, which again is fun. But without being grounded, you can't survive. Same way with being grounded without the balloon, you can't survive. You need both. If I'm just stringing along, I will always be here. Exactly where I am, my comfort zone. Balloons are risk takers. They do a lot of shit out their comfort zone. They break a lot of rules. They change rules. String people, follow the rules. Add more rules. Create laws. Maintain them. Structure. Consistency. So it's the opposite. Inconsistent balloon people, more often than not. But we all are as humans. I share this to say we have to be willing to shift. The best way I look at shifting when it comes to partners, life partners, marriage, couples, whomever, two people together or more. You can't have two leaders at the same time. You can't have two balloon people ballooning at the same time. It don't work. Two string people stringing at the same time. No, we need to create the balance. So one way I think about creating balance when it comes to relationships, you need a head coach and assistant coach. But those roles shift depending on what the situation is. Let me break it down. No professional sports team has two head coaches. Why not? That's two balloons. Doesn't work. Or two strings. That's leading the charge. Doesn't work. You need one. That's connected by one. This is just my belief. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And that's what helps you get there. If you think about any level of success you've gotten to, you didn't get there by yourself. You got there because you had the opposite rocking with you. You had a balloon rocking with you, a string rocking with you. That's how you did it. If you got something different, let me know, but I doubt it. I doubt it. You didn't do it alone. You had somebody. You had something. You had a community. You had a village. You had something. And that's what helped you get to that next level, which will continue to do that. So now I'm challenging you to be intentional. If you're great at creating as a balloon, create. If you're great at polishing as a string, putting structure and organization around shit, do that. Do it together. Next level. Next level. That's balloon and string. And to me, balloon and string connects to anything in life. Your colleagues, your family, your friends. Find out who people are, know who they are, and treat them as that until they let you know otherwise. So instead of just creating these movies in your head, sometimes you gotta go in that basement and put some action in. Put the two together and you can go anywhere you want in life. I ain't telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. So utilize this balloon and string mentality. Utilize it by discovering who you are and being intentional about who do I need to attract. That's the opposite to help me do the things that I want to do, or the things that I have to do, or the things that I'm put here on earth to do. Whatever it is, do just that and see what happens. Don't take my word for it. You ain't gonna take my word for it at all. Try it out for yourself and see what happens. And I promise you, if you begin moving and navigating differently, you will find a change. You will see things different. And when you start looking at things differently, again, think about the perspective a balloon has versus the perspective of a string. Those are two different perspectives. However, by them being together, they can see some of the same things in different ways. Let me break this down. All the way down. I'm going to simplify as much as possible. And I don't like to be in black and white, because those are just perspectives, but there's a lot of gray in between. So let me break down what this looks like. Stay with me. Rock with me. Two perspectives. Days Inn Hotel, Four Seasons. Okay? These are two different perspectives. People who stay at the Days Inn, that's your norm. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But that's a perspective. That perspective usually can only go to about 4 floors. 5 if you're in Florida. But typically you got about 4 floors. Those are the options and opportunities that you have at the Days Inn. That's the perspective that you have at the Days Inn. Stay with me with this analogy. That's the perspective that you have. 4 floors up, 4 stories up. That's it. And all the magic that you want to happen in life is on the rooftop of wherever you are. So if it's on the rooftop of the Days Inn, there's a few things. It ain't that big, it ain't that deep. Four Seasons, you could have up to 30 floors or more. Depends on where you are. 20, 30 floors. Let's keep it even. Let's say 20. So it's double. So therefore, that 20th floor offers you different perspectives. There's a lot of different things on the rooftop of the Four Seasons than the rooftop of Days Inn. Think about the analogy, meaning the higher your perspective, the larger your awareness, the more things that you may desire. You know, if I don't need much but a cooler in my hotel, I'm good. But in the Four Seasons, I might be accustomed to breakfast in bed. You know, there's a refrigerator. I don't really need a cooler. There's a refrigerator here. You know, so I want you to look at levels and layers and perspective. So once you transition from a 4-story hotel to a 20-story hotel, there's a lot of life that happens in between. Balloon and string, you're seeing it, you're seeing the difference. So that in between, a lot of life is happening where you're preparing for your room at this new place. Because you can't just go straight from the Days Inn to the Four Seasons. It could be jarring. You need to be prepared. Meaning, exposure to what this life, what you're about to get into. You might need a heads up. One of the simplest heads up, hey, the hotel rooms are actually indoors. I'm sorry. The rooms are indoors, sir. Okay? You won't be outside. There's a concierge, sir. Yes, concierge, what is that? A pair of shoes? No, sir. Concierge is the person that helps you, that serves you. Oh, like a maitre d'? You mean maitre d', sir? We have one of those too. You need to be prepared for that. You can't go from a continental breakfast to, cook to order buffet. You can't really, and it may or may not be a buffet. You get my point. So therefore, you have to evolve in order to get invited, or to participate, or to play, or to live. You got to get invited to that. And in order to get the invitation, you got to outgrow whatever level that you're on or whatever layer that you're on. And some people get so comfortable on that fourth floor, third floor, because it's the highest they've ever seen, and they get comfortable and they stay. And to me, there's more hotels with more than 20 stories all over the world. But if I only know Bowler G, Alabama, if I only know Podunk Holler, Texas, or in the boonies, North Carolina, if I only know those places, it's really hard for me to even know what else is out there. And it's hard for me to know what's out there if I always remain a string. It's hard for me to know what's out there if I always am a balloon. I'm everywhere, but maybe not where I'm supposed to be. I am everywhere, but maybe not where I'm supposed to be at this time. Listen, if you ain't got it, you need to go and get it. The Gator Scales notebook, Gator Scales journal is available on Amazon right now. Go and get you a copy because you need to be taking notes. If you're not taking notes, find you a crayon, highlighter, color pencil, makeup, whatever. Write some notes. Put this stuff down. I'm telling you. These concepts, I simplify things that I've known for a long time, and I'm talking about it. And I've never talked about it before in this space, but I'm choosing to do it now. Why not? Why not me? Why not you? I'm talking it because I believe it and I live it. And if you would challenge yourself to choose to live it, believe it, think it, do it, see what happens. See what happens. You'll stop watching and start doing. Or you'll be doing while watching. You're going to be doing both. Balloon and string, watching and doing. Ooh. Are you seeing the three parallels? Are you understanding why the show is what the show is now? Does it make sense now? I hope so. If it don't, keep listening. Because we move into the 4 seasons over here. And you may still be at the day's end. Again, 4 stories, that's the highest perspective you have. Racism, you don't have a big perspective. That perspective is very shallow. Sexism, all any of the isms, day's end. But if you accept people for their differences, no shame, no judgment, no disrespect, like let people be people, and you in 4 seasons, baby. You doing all right. Because your perspective is different on the 20th floor. I see life differently, and what I see, especially let's talk about racism, what I see is a human who happens to be this of what we as humans labeled a person to be. It's a belief. It's an idea somebody gave us. And we hold on to it like a string because we refuse to see anything outside of it like a balloon. And if you think about any community, person, being that you're connected with that may be shunned, disrespected, chastised, kicked out, whatever the case may be when it comes to our society, you have to understand the why. If this person is deemed as an outcast, dangerous, whatever, but this person happens to be my brother, my partner, my whatever, my friend, there's a reason. And that reason is human. It's humanness. It's this connection you had with a person that gave you the opportunity to spend time to get to know the person. And once you know the person, the perspective, it shifts. It shifts. I can't think the same anymore. I don't stay at the day's end. Once you have one night at the Intercontinental on the 20th floor facing the water, your life will change. You'll never go back to the day's end. only to visit and get the breakfast for free when you pick up Auntie now. It's the only reason I'm over here. I need you to look beyond the surface of the things that I'm sharing. And if you're looking beyond, I'm telling you, you see what I see. You see it. You know it. Do something with it. I don't care what. Do something with it. And watch what happens. So as you evolve, as you elevate, you get to the 20th floor at the Intercontinental, guess what? That's the highest that may go. I'm sorry, 4 seasons. That may be the highest that go. So you may need to go to the next spot that's 30 floors, which is the Intercontinental. Then you go beyond that, beyond that, beyond that. And before you know it, I think it's the Burj Khalifa, the hotel in Dubai. You over there. And then there's another place higher than that we don't know nothing about. Levels and layers. We know nothing about it. Doesn't exist. But there are things larger than hotel floors because that's man-made. Imagine the things that are taller that's not made by man. I'm looking at it right now. It's a mountain. Huge mountain in front of me. I have no idea how tall it is, how far away it is. It's massive. I can't imagine having that type of perspective. Being at the top of this huge mountain in front of me. I can imagine top of Intercontinental. I can almost see that from the ground. But to be in front of this massive creation, it's way bigger than me, way bigger than any hotel, taller, has snow on top, all types of crevices. It's not linear. It's so many things that we know nothing about because we've never been there. We've only seen it. But seeing it lets you know you can become it. You can be it. You can be up there. I can't be somewhere that I can't see. So I know if I want it, and if it meant everything to me, I would go to the top of that mountain to see, to have, to become, to be whoever I'm supposed to, based off of this perspective that I have now. The perspective that I have now, being above a hotel, I'm on a mountain. There are some people that will never be able to get to this level. And to me, that level is a level of self-awareness. Self-awareness is the balloon and string, knowing exactly who I am and who I need to connect to, people, places, and things. So when you go that high, that means you have to go very low, very deep. Let's go back to the hotel. In order for a hotel to be 20 stories, they have to go deep, at least 5 to 10. The taller the building, the deeper the foundation. So therefore, the higher you want to go, the deeper you have to go. Let's go a step further to that tree. The tree is as tall and as big as it is, but it's a whole nother fortress underneath the soil. The roots that nobody can see. All the work. That's all the stuff that helps that tree blossom. And that tree will always bear fruit. What fruit are you giving out? What fruit are you accepting, receiving? How deep are you going? How high are you growing? It's all perspective. I can't see anything else. It's perspective. What's your perspective? What will you do with it? And what will you do to change it? My challenge to you in relationships, friends, work, family, personal, professional, any arena you can think of, consider the balloon and string. Figure out who you are, which one you are. Figure out who you need to connect to, and go deep within self to discover your head and your heart. Both of them align. You have to tie two together. And if you enjoy today's end, have your cooler and your 6-pack. And if you love the Intercontinental, enjoy room service. Either way it go, you gotta find what works best for you. And there's some people that can't join you on the journey that you're on. They was a part of your life. They played a role. They may have helped you get to where you are. but you can't remain the same to end up where you're trying to go. Therefore, things will change, such as people, places, and things. And you will change, which will attract new people, places, and things. This has been another episode of the Three Parallels Podcast, coming to you live from Battlecat Studios, where we rediscover who we were, we embrace who we are, and we make room for who we're trying to become. If this episode has been a blessing to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with the world. Give it away. Like, share, comment, whatever. Get it out there. Don't keep this. If it helped you. If you know somebody in a situation, know somebody who's dealing with some of this stuff, give it to them. Hey, I got a podcast episode for you. Just check it out. You ain't got to do nothing else. Plant the seed, and it will do what it shall do. I appreciate you for being on this journey with me, figuring out life as we go, doing the best you can with what you have. And you belong here. You deserve to be here. You have a seat at the table. I'm challenging you to act like it and have a bite or two. Much love. Peace.